Welcome back to Goddess of Play, where we take the playful and easy path to your manifestations. Today we're talking about manifesting with feminine energy and how it's the key to getting your manifestations so much faster. So to quickly go over what I'm calling masculine energy and feminine energy, I have a two-step process when it comes to manifesting. The first is to decide what you want, right? You're constantly doing that. You're going through life and you're deciding, I want this, I like this, I don't like this, I don't like that. I want to manifest this. That's step one. That's the masculine energy part. Step two is getting your manifestation, receiving it, being served it on a platter. Here you go, by the universe, right? And how do you receive it? It's also called aligning, right? Aligning with source, aligning with your manifestation. So for many people, they're not getting their manifestations because they're sticking in that masculine energy deciding step, and they're not moving into the feminine energy aligning step. So today we're talking more like my number one tip for getting into the feminine energy, receiving, aligning, is to stop criticizing. Because if you're criticizing something, that's automatically a masculine energy task or a trait that you're doing, because the feminine energy is not able to criticize. Criticizing essentially is looking at something and deciding, I don't want that, right? So it's just the deciding trait gone on repeat and kind of gone crazy a little bit. So if you're in your head thinking, oh, I don't like when my man does that, or I don't like when this, or I don't like my job, or anything like that, right? Any sort of criticizing that's going on in your head, that is masculine. Feminine energy cannot criticize. Feminine energy is in the moment. Feminine energy can't decide this is good or this is bad. Feminine energy aligns and receives. So if you're criticizing, you're automatically not in the receiving mode. So that's the number one tip I would give you for using feminine energy and aligning and receiving. And here's why I call it being soft, because we're choosing to essentially love, be in a state of love, that's what the opposite of criticizing is. So on the topic of your manifestation, can you be soft? Can you soften? Can you sink into the state underneath the masculine defenses, underneath your walls? Can you soften that? Can you dissolve those walls and feel this feminine softness underneath, the love underneath? And it's a vulnerable thing to do, to allow yourself to feel love on these topics that we've often blocked ourselves from thinking they deserve love on. Can you soften? Can you be soft on that topic and let your love flow on that topic? Because it's these topics that we're trying to manifest. It's actually a block. It's a block that you're making yourself think you need to jump through this hoop to get this thing to feel this love, right? So when you drop that, you soften and you pour love in the direction of your manifestation, and you just become love itself. You align with your manifestation because you align with source. I'm currently in Moab, Utah, and it's just stunning here. I just wanted to show you this real quick. Another way you can align and receive is by simply enjoying anything. Feminine energy wants to play. Now let's treat ourselves with this unboxing from Rose Forever. And we're gonna get to see some beautiful roses. I got to choose whichever color I wanted, and I chose pink. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. It looks so princessy, and this baby pink, my favorite color. And now let's open it. I can't wait. I can already smell the roses, and I haven't even opened it. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Let's open it. Oh my God. Look at those beautiful red roses. I feel so lucky right now. I feel so spoiled right now. Rose Forever New York City is basically the best quality forever roses you can get. They're picked at peak freshness and then preserved with all natural means so that these roses will last for years. They smell amazing, feel amazing, and it's something that you can enjoy for years to come. If you want $20 off anything in their store, and they had really cute things, like they even had marble boxes and crystal boxes, boxes shaped like hearts, black velvet, different color roses. So go check it out. Lots of different sizes. You can put in my code Goddess of Play 20 when you check out. And I hope you love them as much as I do. Thank you to Rose Forever for offering this to my subscribers. My husband's smelling them. Smells so good. There's an inner child inside of you that okay, I'm a mom, so I know that this happens, and I know if anyone's around kids, you know what it's like when you're trying to take your kids from the house to the car, and along the way they have to pick up this rock, they have to pick up this tree, they're walking around, they completely forgot, they have no agenda, right? And that is pure that is feminine energy. That's play. That's being in the moment. There is no agenda. There's no destination. That's masculine. And you do need both. You need both to get your manifestation. But first we decide our destination. And second, we align and receive, and we get there, right? We enjoy and we align with our manifestation. So allowing yourself to be right where you are, allowing yourself to the space of enjoying your day, turning off that masculine voice that's constantly criticizing and not happy with the state of things as they are. We get it. We know, okay? That's what the first deciding step was about. We've made that decision. So there's no need to, now it's just time to align and receive. So we don't need to criticize that thing anymore. Okay, we made our choice. We know what we want. Why am I going to talk about anything that's not the thing I want? I'm not going to talk about that. I'm not going to criticize that. I'm not even going to think a criticism about that. I'm going to just enjoy. I'm going to play. What would be, so a manifesting practice, it wouldn't necessarily be repeating something over and over. It wouldn't be deciding something over and over. Decide it and then receive it by enjoying. So how can you embody your feminine enjoying? Let's just say when you first wake up in the morning. What does that look like to you? Maybe it's about moving a little bit slower. Maybe it's about taking 5 seconds to do a little skincare routine. Maybe it's about taking a minute to sit down with your coffee and soak in your day, because you're alive today. Would you trade your life? Would you trade your arm? Would you trade some of the basic things that we take for granted? Would you trade your life for the fact of having this manifestation? No, so you have the most precious thing. You have your children, or you have, there's something you have already, right? Enjoy that thing. Enjoy the blue sky. Just be, enjoy, receive. Let yourself, treat yourself to some kind of luxury just for you, just because you want to. Allow yourself to do something just for fun. And today when I was in the park, my son found, I love to show you these little nature things. I feel like nothing brings us into the present quite like that. Let me show you what he found. I don't even know if you could see it, but it's a leaf skeleton. How interesting is that? There are beautiful things like that all around you every day that are free. And that if you could simply stop stressing, stop having anxiety, just breathe. Let's just sit together for a second. Isn't it good to be alive? Isn't it good to have this day? Isn't it good? Isn't it a wonderful day? And there's some beautiful thing out there just waiting for you to find it. Find that thing and enjoy it.